What's up, Jets fans? It's Christian from the Jets Report, and today I'm coming at you guys with another video just doing my Jets vs. Giants Week 1 preseason preview. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know you can follow me on Twitter at Jets_CP. I love interacting with the fans and just seeing you guys' takes. Jets Nation is such a passionate fan base. I love being a part of it. So just give me a follow at Jets_CP. And yeah, let's get into the video. Before we start, I just want to say I am so hyped for football. Football is my favorite sport on earth. I mean, even a preseason game has me hyped. This new look Jets team is just has so much energy, so much potential. I can't wait to be along for the ride. So I'm really looking forward to Saturday night's preseason game versus the Giants. And just some things I want to talk about. First, there are some injuries. Obviously, this preseason, they're not going to push anyone. They're not going to put someone's health at risk preseason week 1. Obviously, they're looking forward to the regular season and trying to win some games. But just to start, Quinton Williams and AVT, as many Jets fans know, they've had injuries throughout camp. Quinton Williams' foot and AVT's pec. But they're both not going to play. They're both going to start practicing versus Green Bay. They're going to start practicing with Green Bay next week during the joint practices. So don't expect them to play. And then two injuries that happened today at training camp. Today is Thursday. Elijah Moore, his quad, he came off with a trainer. He came off on his own power. It doesn't sound that big of a deal, but I know he is getting an MRI later today. And Brandon Eccles, I saw, got injured. I don't know what's up with him. I didn't really see a report on him. Hopefully he's doing well because he's going to be a great young cornerback for depth purposes and maybe some starting time. But Moore, Solid says he might be able to play, but I don't think he should. I think they should just rest him, get some reps versus Green Bay in joint practices, and play Green Bay in the preseason game week 2. So don't expect Elijah Moore to play. I know it sucks. A lot of Jets fans want to see him. But I just don't think it's right, and I don't think he should put his health at risk this early. Now, moving on to the Giants, I know it sucks. Daniel Jones will not play. I really wanted to see, Daniel Jones, a starting NFL quarterback. Obviously, he's not amazing, but it's still going to be a good test of the defense, so he's not going to be able to play. And don't expect Kenny Golladay to play. He's been banged up with a hamstring injury all camp, and I don't think the Giants would push him either, especially because he's a veteran. And Saquon Barkley, who's coming back from his injury with the torn ACL, don't expect him to play either. I think they're going to take him very slow and just very ease him into week 1 of the regular season. So now things to watch. Obviously, everyone's eyes are going to be on Zach Wilson, so we should probably start there. Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh said today in his press conference that he expects Zach Wilson to play 2 drives. It's probably about a quarter length of football, maybe a little less than a quarter, but he's going to play 2 drives. And what I'm looking for in these 2 drives is, I think in the first drive, they're going to do a lot of short passes, just get Wilson's confidence up there, some screens, some slants, nothing that far in the air. And then mix in the run game a lot in that drive. And ideally, I could see the Jets marching down, maybe getting a 13-play drive, and then running one into the end zone. That'd be ideal. Just get Wilson, comfortable in the pocket against an opposing team. And then on the second drive, I look for them to attack. I look for them to run some play action, take shots downfield, take some risks, just get Wilson even more comfortable. So I could see that happening. Obviously we can't overreact. It's one preseason game. If he struggles, and he learns from it. If he plays well, and that's great for his confidence. So, I just want to see him getting reps because reps are the most important thing for him right now, and that's why I'm looking forward to Saturday. Now, moving on, the Giants do have a very good defense. Obviously, it's just preseason, so I don't know how long they're playing their starters, how many of their starters are playing, but it's still going to be a good test for overall the Jets' offense. The Jets' offensive line. Obviously, we don't have Elijah Tucker, but it's still going to be a good test. The Giants have a good pass rush, and they have a great secondary with guys like Dory Jackson, James Bradbury, Logan Ryan. So it's just going to be a good matchup against guys like Corey Davis and Denzel Mims, just to see how they play. Keelan Cole making his Jets debut as well. So I'm just looking forward to that, seeing how Zach Wilson deals with that defense in general. And, hopefully we just put some points and get some good tape for Zach Wilson and the offense to build off of for weeks to come and the regular season. Now, looking at a point where I feel like the Jets can really thrive in this game is the Jets' pass rush. As we know, we've been talking about it all offseason. The Jets have an amazing pass rush. I'm so excited to see it in action. Just everything I'm seeing from Carl Lawson in camp, and just everything I'm seeing from the whole as a unit. Obviously, we won't have Quinton Williams, which is going to make even more of a difference, but we still got a lot of guys out there, and I'm really excited to see how they perform against not that great of a Giants offensive line. The Giants don't have a good offensive line. They don't have their starting quarterback in there. So I really think a guy like Carl Lawson, Jonathan Franklin Myers, they could have like a field day out there. I think it's going to be great to get some tape of that and, to see how they perform. Moving on, Giants, the Giants do have a pretty good wide receiving core. Obviously, Kenny Galladay's not going to be playing, but, they still have guys like Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney, who they just drafted. So I just want to see how guys like Bless Austin, Bryce Hall, then like you move down to guys like Jason Pinnock, how they perform against the receivers. Obviously, they're not going against anyone elite. Kenny Galladay is going to be their wide receiver 1, and he's a very good talent when healthy. But it doesn't seem like he's going to play. But I still want to see how guys like Bryce Hall perform, because Bryce Hall's been having a great camp. I've been seeing he's been draped all over guys. I just want to see how that translates. I do expect Bryce Hall and Bless Austin to be the starters tomorrow, as long as nothing changes. So yeah, moving on, to later in the game. I know everyone's going to be really focused on the first quarter when the starters are playing, but I do want to see how the James Morgan, Mike White competition goes. That's something to keep your eye on and keep you occupied in the later parts of the game. I mean, James Morgan's never touched an NFL field because last year there was no preseason. He obviously didn't get into any games. So I'm just interested to see how he performs. I mean, it's going to be a new feel for him. I just want to see how he progresses, because we did spend a 4th-round pick on him last year. And, I mean, hopefully he develops into a good backup quarterback. I think that was why you drafted him. So, I just want to see how he performs. Hopefully he does well. I mean, Mike White isn't that anything great. I mean, he has had a decent camp. I've seen him make some plays. But I would really like to see James Morgan beat out Mike White and play well. But that's just going to be a cool competition to see as camp and the preseason moves on. So that's all I really have for notes for this game. I'm just really excited for football to be back. Super pumped up to see the Jets play. I mean, obviously the final score doesn't matter. It's a preseason game. There's not really any bragging rights, but I'm just excited to see how the Jets play. The Jets are going to be taking the field. I mean, we've been waiting for this all off season. We got to see Robert Saleh on the sideline. I'm just super pumped up about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. What are you most excited about? What are you going to be looking for? And as always, go Jets.